Hello, I'm Robin Henning, and welcome to another Exchange Life Nugget of Truth. It's been my experience that some of the hardest people to reach with the Exchange Life truths are those who have prime rib flesh. Now, their flesh patterns are very high performing, and the world and the church love them. Why? Simply because they get things done. But the reality is that they are fueled by pride in their own abilities and in their own accomplishments. And it usually takes something really painful, some really hard circumstance that God brings into their life to bring them to the end of themselves and to enter into a truly dependent relationship with God. Now, a classic biblical example of such a person is King Nebuchadnezzar. He was king of the world, and he happily took credit for it, even after God had warned him in a dream that a decree had been issued by the divine council that he would be humbled by God through insanity. In Daniel chapter 4, verses 16 and 17, we read that the divine council meeting was held and they rendered a decree against King Nebuchadnezzar and his pride. And it says that, "Let his mind be changed from that of a man, and let a beast's mind be given to him. And let 7 periods of time, or 7 years, pass over him." This sentence is by the decree of the angelic watchers of the divine council, and the decision is a command by the holy ones, lowercase Elohim, in order that the living may know that the Most High is ruler over the realm of mankind, and he bestows it on whom he wishes and sets over it the lowliest of men. So for a period of 7 years, King Nebuchadnezzar went insane, and he roamed about like a beast. But at the end of that 7 years, his mind is restored, and he acknowledges Yahweh as the one true sovereign over all creation. He goes on in the end of the chapter and he declares, "I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and exalt and honor the King of heaven, for his works are true and his ways are just, and he is able to humble those who walk in pride," meaning himself. So, beloved, are you praying for a prime ribber to come to the end of themselves, and you're scared perhaps what's it going to take, or you're frustrated that it's taking so long? Well, please don't give up and don't be afraid. God's going to do only what's necessary to bring them to the end of themselves. In the end, when they're humbled and walking before the Lord, it's going to be worth all the hardship that they're put through. But remember, God is patient, and he wants to do as little hardship as possible to bring them to the end of themselves. So keep interceding for them. Love them. Don't put up with their manipulation and their flesh. Call them on it. But be patient. Wait upon the Lord. He's going to do everything it takes to bring them to the end of themselves. And in the end, they're going to end up with a beautiful testimony of God's grace and all that God can do as they walk humbly before him and rejoice in his life flowing in them, flowing through them, all for his glory. So hope this encourages you. Don't give up praying for those folks. Have a blessed week. We'll see you next time.